What's up, MDO family? This is your host, Julian Ford, MDO instructor at Gas and Job Corps. Today, we're going to talk about global supply chain logistics. An introduction to the world of logistics and the global supply chain and the role of a frontline material handling worker. Supply chain logistics is the process of getting products from one location to another. This chapter explains the roles of various participants in the supply chain and how they work together to get products from one location to another. This is brought to you by CTT Team, also brought to you by Ms. Brooke Dunn and Ms. Artisha Ritchie.
So, in terms of supply chain logistics, what is supply chain?
Good question, Tay. Supply chain is a network of connected facilities, transportation lanes, and information systems. This network procures raw materials, transforms them into intermediate and finished product, and distributes them to customers throughout a physical distribution system. The facilities within a supply chain network include raw material providers, production facilities, warehouses and distribution centers, and transportation.
So, what role does transportation play?
Well, material transporters who deliver materials to manufacturers, retailers, consumers through various modes. Logistics is the link between facilities within the supply chain. As stated by one expert, to borrow a sports analogy, logistics is the game played within the supply chain arena. In the broadest sense, supply chain logistics involves the efficient, effective forward and reverse flow of storage of goods, services, and related information between the point of origin and the point of consumption in order to meet customer requirements.
So, what is supply chain logistics lifecycle?
Well, one way to look at the flow of materials is to picture a product moving through the global supply chain logistics process from the beginning to the end of the product's life. The force driving a product through its life cycle is the customer. Customer demand is the fountainhead for all logistics activity. Customers pay for the initial product, pay for the handling of that product as it flows through each facility in the supply chain, are the ultimate consumers of the product. Another reason to think in terms of material flow as a life cycle is the new trend towards extending product life. Due to environmental concerns, materials are increasingly recycled, reused, or recovered after they're used by a consumer. Inventory. Production, warehousing, distribution facilities within the supply chain all contain controlled quantities of materials called inventories. These facilities typically hold inventory in one or more of the following forms. Raw material inventory, consisting of materials ready for use in production. Work in progress, inventory including all materials currently being processed. Finished goods inventory, a finished product ready for storage or shipment. In-transit inventory, including products that are in process of being transported from a supplier to a customer. So for the most part, this text will discuss inventory as it's controlled through the production facility as it moves through the rest of the supply chain as finished product. This concludes part 1 of supply chain logistics.